the ASEAN Economic Community is expected to take full effect in 2015. Meinhardt also realizes the effect of this economic integration to the free flow of skilled labor within ASEAN countries, and for this reason, it is prepared to undertake its projects by developing its personnel and business competitiveness.
Okay, well, I think, we're a great example. I mean, you were talking about the ASEAN 2015, I mean, the challenges of that. I mean, our company, to be fair, has been exporting engineering services for quite a few years already. I mean, there have been plenty of times in the history of Thailand when, the economy wasn't so good. We had a year of floods and we've had tsunamis and other years when the economy wasn't so good. So I guess it forced us to be competitive and also to look outside of Thailand at times to see whether we could find work. So we've been very successful in exporting our engineering services from Bangkok to these other countries. So we have clients throughout the region, all the way across to Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. We even do work for Australia and have done work for the UK from here in Thailand because we have very good engineers who are now used to working in sort of overseas countries and doing the design work in Bangkok. So I think we're quite prepared to go into a new country like Myanmar, and we're very ready for that.
And running business in Myanmar is not that easy for foreigners. So would you share me your experience about entering into Myanmar to open your office?
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the first things we've done is, actually, one of the reasons we're there is also because of one of our clients. One of our big clients over there wants us to be there, and they've been very, very supportive of us because they recognise they cannot do the sort of development without a company like us because we have expertise in engineering. So in other words, to make their project actually viable, they need us. So that they've been very, very helpful advising us and supporting us. But similarly, we're also employing some local people. Like I mentioned, some expatriates out of Singapore, so overseas qualified, experienced Myanmar nationals who have lived a long time out of Myanmar and they want to go home. So they're very excited because they were looking for this opportunity. So they're going to be working with us and helping us on the ground in Myanmar.
And would you share me about the projects you are holding in Myanmar right now?
Yeah, sure. I mean, right now the big project we have is a mixed-use development. It consists of a 5-star hotel, 4-star hotel, I think 2 office, retail complex and very large basement car park. That's in the centre of Yangon. Also involves the restoration of an old heritage building. Yangon's quite special in that it's got some beautiful old buildings which were built during the British colonial times, 100 plus years old. Some beautiful examples of these buildings. The other place you'd find buildings like that is in London. I mean, they're buildings of a very, very grand scale. Unfortunately, they're in very bad repair and they need a lot of love and attention. So this one project is quite special in that it has this very large 10,000 square metre, 110-year-old building on it. And that will be turned into a boutique 5-star hotel. So quite a few challenges associated with that. Apart from that, we're doing some work for one of the local breweries over there. We're renovating a building to become a department store for Parkson's department store. We've done 2 hotels already over there for the Eden Group in the past. We're also doing some work at the embassies over there because obviously with this opening up, there's a lot of interest from the various governments to expand their presence on the ground. Plus, there are many inquiries, I have to say. Some of them probably won't be real, but some of them will be. And I think come 2013, we're going to see a lot of projects on the ground in Myanmar.
And how do you see the trend of the construction industry in Myanmar?
Well, I see it very much on the up and upward. There is investment required. Certainly, I mentioned before about the construction companies. I mean, we need to see some big contractors over there. So these, big complexes, tall buildings, whatever, can actually get constructed because, there are some technical challenges in building big buildings. So, but yes, I would see it for the next 5 years, a very, very strong market.
And how do you see the growth for the office in Myanmar?
Well, okay, if we could do 15-20% growth per year, I think that would be the sort of achievable growth, you know. So, you know, starting from a small number, but, you know, compounding on that. So, you know, this time next year, I want to have, you know, 10 to 12 people there. And then, you know, the year after it might be, you know, 15 or 20 people, but it depends a little bit on the, you know, the cost of office space, because it's more cost effective for us to operate from Thailand. I mean, so we have to see, because it is very, very expensive over there, and that's what people will find. You know, I mentioned before $100 US per square metre. Now, that's comparable to what you pay in New York or London. So, you know, it's quite a lot higher than the rest of Asia right now.
And talking about the business expansion.
Yes.
Do you have any plan to open new offices in other countries in ASEAN?
I don't think not just yet, because we are representing those other countries except for Laos and Cambodia. But I see, you know, Myanmar is a different situation to Cambodia. I mean, Myanmar is a very rich country, resource-rich country: oil, gas, minerals, timber. Cambodia less so. I mean, it has potential with the tourism, but it's a much smaller population country anyway. So we found we can successfully service Cambodian projects from Thailand. I mean, we have been doing work in Cambodia. We've been doing one big international school there. So.
Meinhardt also aims to work more on the infrastructure projects in Myanmar, including public utility and the security construction. Of course, and flood control systems as well as traffic systems are expected to be completed in the future as well.
According to the company, AEC's influence on the construction industry is tremendous. Meinhardt sees that the AEC would allow greater opportunity for Thailand-based contractors to get construction jobs in ASEAN as more jobs and projects are coming on the stream.
That wraps up today's episode of Toward 2015.
You can watch us again, same place, same time, same channel. As for today, สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ